uh, we were trying to automate the entire process. Whenever GitHub Actions, Buildpacks GitHub Actions is released, what happens that the version number should be fixed, should be updated on registry index repository as well. So in order to automate that entire process, we build a GitHub action, and now let me show the recording. And through that recording, it will be clear how this works and how this application, how this workflow now works. And we are almost done with our GSOC 2021 project that we had in our agenda. A few things more low level tasks are lined up, but that would be eventually happening. So let me share the screen. Yeah, I hope my screen is visible. So let me play that recording.
Just before you start, I wanted to ask.
Yeah,
This is some GitHub actions for the Buildpack registry. Are we? I'm not super involved in registry stuff. I just wanted to make sure it's the right audience.
yeah. Let me explain the project in small. So what happens that whenever we have this repository Buildpacks GitHub Actions, whenever we release it, on release, if we observe our registry index repository, the workflows there use GitHub Actions version semantics. So like right now, if earlier the version was 4.2.0, so after we release this new version, it has to be updated there as well in registry index as well. So now this process, so earlier what used to happen that we used to manually create the PR, we used to manually update the commit, we used to manually create a commit that has to update the version in registry index. But now this workflow, what will happen is that whenever we trigger a release in GitHub Actions repository, it will create a repository dispatch event hook, and that event will be accepted by Buildpacks registry index as a trigger. And that will create a pull request in registry index repository against its workflow file, which will update the version there. So as we see, like right now here, I'm playing the video right now. Like we publish the release. This has happened on the official repository. We publish the release, and after publishing the release, now we will see this whether this action is working or not. So we will go to first of all see if it has been released. So it's released, and we will go to actions within GitHub Actions. So as we can see, as we go down, that hook that we created, that was my project, is working. It shows a green sign. So now we go to registry index repository, and we see here that whether the release event has triggered or not. And yes, it has triggered and it is working. And after this event, this action is successful, we will see that the pull request has been created. Now this pull request, what does this pull request does? This pull request changes the version 4.2.0 to 4.2.2 automatically. So entire process is automated now. So this was my project for Google Summer of Code, and this is how it was built. So this pull request had a small problem that the commit was not signed off. So I fixed that as well. And now the merged PR lies here. I'm sharing the link to that PR. So this was the final pull request that was merged by Joe. So that was the project, how it works. I hope I've been able to explain some part of it.
Awesome. That looks like great stuff. I'm not super involved with the distribution team so much, but we should make sure that folks on the team know to watch the recording if they want to check out your demo also, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Any other questions on that? Or
if anybody has any feedback, any questions, then definitely would love.
I think I would just say that it was a great work done by Mrityunjay, and the demo looked really very nice.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Awesome. Unless there's anything else on that, next briefing about progress on solving this pack issue.
Yeah, it's me. And before I start about my progress, I would say that I'm really very thankful to Xavier. I've been having a very rough month, I would say. From June, I went a surgery of my gallbladder, and then I had my graduation or let's say my, like, I just ended my university exam today, so I'm unofficially graduated. And then there has been some deaths in my family as well, so it has been a very rough time. And then also, this is my first time that I'm participating in an open source program, and I think the very needed kickstart was given to me by Javier, and we did pair programming and we tried solving the issue. And I'm working on the issue where we are embedding source metadata in the OCI image. So there are three issues under it, and the first one is where we are providing project source metadata from the project.2ml file. And then I spent my initial days on researching how to get along things, what are the files that I need to work on with. And then I did the first commit, that is where I passed the file. And then I also made the project metadata.2ml file and made a PR. That is my first PR to the project, but sadly that failed. Only five, I think, GitHub Actions has successfully run. The others did not. And then I also received some comments from Anthony, and even he has told that he would love to help. And I think that I'm also researching on the third issue. And for the second issue, I think I can use Sambhav's help as well. I have seen his comment. So yeah, that's it about me. And I'm very excited because I'm working on a project that is completely new, and I'm also learning Go for the first time. So yeah, I'm loving the experience. And I would, again, before ending, I would love to mention about JBL's contribution, because without him I was very miserable. And I always thought that I will start with the project, but then I thought, okay, I'm not getting well, things are not going fine with me, then how should I get the start? And also Mrityunjay, even he told that, okay, let's break the problem into smaller problems and then see how we can do it, write the code locally. And yeah, without the much needed support, I wouldn't have been here. So yeah, thank you, so much.
Awesome. I'm glad you got a lot of support there, and that Javier was able to help you out so much. Yeah,
Definitely.
that's great to hear. Do you have any more questions about that one? Or does anybody have any thoughts? All right. Any other agenda items to chat about this week? Seems like maybe we want to end this one early. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
And great work on the PRs.